Hi, this is Frank, and thanks so much for buying the visual aids. Now, the first thing you've got to do is go and save this into a folder called My Documents. I've gone into My Documents over here and I've created a folder. I've called it Visual Aids. If we just scroll down, we'll find Visual Aids here, and you'll see where I've saved it. So let's see, there we go, Visual Aids. And there you can see the PowerPoint presentation and the Keynote presentation. So let's say I'm using a PC. I'm now going to go over to my PowerPoint over here. I'm going to open a file. I'm going to go into Visual Aids where I've saved it. Click on that. There it is. It's going to open the file for me, and I can now take a look at all of them over here. I can play it. So if I'm sitting with somebody with my PC, I can play through each of these over here. But one of the other things you can also do is you can go in and you can change all of your transitions. So as you go in over here, your normal kind of thing, you can go in, you can change your animations, you can add to it, you can take away, you can add your own photographs, you can add in your name. So there's so much you can actually be doing to your video. So that's how easy it is to use it on the PC. And what we're going to do is now go over and take a look at how we would use it on the Mac. Okay, let's have a look at Keynote now. So I've gone in and I've opened up Keynote down here. Now the same thing with Keynote, it'll open up here, and I'm just going to go in and open the file. So I'm going to go to File and Open. Let's just click on that. There we go, Open. And it's going to go and find my visual aids over here. So I'm going to click on that there. It's going to open that for me. Let's just click Open, and we'll see the progress. Now we'll go into Keynote, and there it is. What it's going to say, it might bring up a message like this here, and it'll say some of the fonts are different to the one in PowerPoint, but don't worry about that. Everything else works on that fine. You can even change the fonts here if you want to go in and change the fonts. Again, anything you want to change, you can change over here. And again, those of you that use Keynote will know if you go over here to Inspector, you can change any of the transitions. I've got Dissolve, so if you wanted to put in a cube or anything else, you could do that as well. And of course, you then go in and show that. So there, that's showing you how you can use it on a Mac or a PC. And I'm now going to show you how we would take that and put it onto your Apple iPad, and how you can use that when you're with a client. Okay, there's a couple of steps you've got to follow here. We know you've already saved the files to your computer or your Mac. Now on your iPad, go to the App Store before you do anything, and you have to buy a Keynote. It's going to cost you around £13.99 or $20 US, and also buy another little app called Keynote Remote, and I'll show you why in a while. So if we go over, you can take a look here. You go to the Mac Store, there it is, Keynote, $13.99. You'll buy that, put that onto your iPad, and then you'll go and buy another little app over here called Keynote Remote. And once you've installed that onto your iPad, also install it onto your iPhone. And the reason why is you can run your shows using your iPhone as a remote presenter. So that's the second thing we're going to do. If we go back over now, the next thing we're going to do is we can connect the iPad to open up iTunes, and we're going to wait for it to sync. And then I'm going to show you how we go across the top and move to apps. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go across, I'm going to connect up, and you will see in a second it's going to open my iTunes for me, and it's going to sync, and just wait for that sync to happen. As you can see over here, it's just syncing, so let's just wait for that sync to stop. Okay, so the syncing is finished now, and what we'll do is we're going to go over here. Let's go over here and we'll see where it says Frank's iPad. I'm going to click onto that there. It's going to bring up my iPad here, then move across to where it says Apps. And what you're going to do with apps over here, you'll find some over there, and you're going to scroll down. Don't look at that first Keynote over there. Scroll down, just have a look here. Oh, there it is, sorry. That's the Keynote that you want. Where do we have it there? Remember, that's the app that you've just loaded now. So double click on that there. And can you see it'll come up with some presentations that I already have there. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to just open up my folder here with the visual aids. So let's go over here, double click on the visual aids, and there you can see I've got the PowerPoint and I've got the Keynote. All I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that across there, drag it across. So I've dragged both of those across. I can now go and close this folder. So all I've done is taken my folder, and in iTunes I've pulled those over there. Now the next thing you've got to do is you've got to sync that up again. So I'm going to hit the next button and sync, and it'll now sync that, bringing those new presentations in. And then I'm going to be taking you over to the actual iPad and showing you how you put it in and how you use that there. Okay, I've got my iPad set up. I've just got it on a stand on my desk over here now. And again, if you go into it, you're just going to click into your Keynote presentation. As you can see, I just want to show you there again. There is Keynote that I've just said we must install. And there is Keynote Remote. So I'm going to hit Keynote now. And it's going to open up Keynote. You can see I've already got the presentations in there. But you might not have yours in. If yours is not in, what you've got to do is go over to hit the little plus button. Once you've hit that little plus button, can you see there what it says there? Go and fetch those. Copy from iTunes. I'll hit the button, copy from iTunes. And there we can see the two presentations. So I'm going to go and I'm going to hit the Keynote presentation. Can you see it's copying it in there now? So there we go. It's going to copy that in. And once that's in, I've called that Visual Aids 2013-2014, and it'll copy that over to your iPad. Okay, there we have it, and I'm just going to click Done, and can you see there it is. Now I'm going to click onto that, and there we go. And as you can see with your hand, you could just scroll it through. But why I like the presentation called Remote, if I pull over my iPhone now, there's my iPhone, and can you see there's the presentation called Remote. At the bottom there, it's got a little thing there saying Control Slideshow. If I click into that now, it's going to connect for me, and if I put that on the left there, I can actually be controlling the whole slideshow. Watch as I'm pulling it with my thumb on the left over there, it's controlling the slideshow. Now it doesn't matter how far I am, I can pull it over to the left. You can see that over there. I pull the next slide over. So virtually I'm controlling my whole slideshow from my phone here. So I can be walking around, I can be sitting in a presentation with the client, and as I'm scrolling through, it's opening up each different slide. So that's the reason you would use Remote Presenter, and it's really, really impressive. So that's how you use your new visual aids, and I hope you're going to enjoy it.